Dr Joe Dispenza is pretty much the GOAT of anything to do with reprogramming your mind. And in this video today, I'm going to share with you his 3-day protocol to start to change your own reality using the power of your thoughts. Dr. Joe says this is the exact protocol that he has helped thousands use to reprogramming the way that they think. And as we have something like 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day and 90% of those are repetitive, you're going to want to watch this one because things could genuinely change for you. What I'm going to share is a practice around using intentional thoughts and feelings to change the way you think about things. Change how you think about yourself, you change your brain. Change your brain and it's possible to change your reality. So I'm going to break this up because it's in 4 different steps and I want to share with you exactly how you can do this for yourself, but also my journey using this because something really strange happened to me. So it's using 3 days of powerful, intentional self-talk. Not just the self-talk though, it's to use your feelings as well around what you're saying to yourself. Over the course of the 3 days, I'd love for you to try these rituals out, and it's split into a morning ritual, an afternoon ritual, and an evening ritual, and one that you do throughout the day. So the morning ritual is first. So when you wake up, Dr. Joe says to place your hand on your heart and repeat these 3 things to yourself over the course of 15 minutes. So you're barely awake, before you do anything else, looking at your phone or anything like that, put your hand on your heart and say these 3 things. Today is the day I break free from my past. Today is the day that my new life begins. Every cell in my body is awakening to new possibilities. So it's not just enough to repeat these. I would love for you to really feel into what these 3 things mean and do this consistently for 15 minutes. You need an absolute focus on these words. So if your brain starts to wander, so your negative voice comes out, try and draw it back into what you're saying and repeat the 3 things. So today is the day I break free from my past. Today my new life begins. And every cell in my body is awakening to new possibilities. So that's the morning ritual that you do as soon as you wake up. Then the next one is between 2 and 4 p.m. each day. And it's simply around spending 5 minutes reconnecting to that morning ritual that I've just mentioned. So really thinking why today is your best day, why is it going to be a new reality? And for this short practice for 5 minutes between 2 and 4 p.m, the best thing he says is to actually just move around a bit and swing your arms and get your body moving. So your body really needs to feel into those words. And the last part of the ritual is an evening one. So again, this is for 15 minutes and you're supposed to do this between 7 and 9 p.m. over the 3 days. You need to put your hand on your heart again and review the day's victories and review what's happened with gratitude. So Dr. Joe is wanting you to emphasize the feelings that you have about your victories from the day. So recognizing the good things that have happened. And there's 3 things again that you can repeat to yourself. So finding a quiet space to do this, really relax into gratitude and thoughts of joy around the victories of the day and say these 3 things over and over again like you did with the morning ritual. Today I created new neural pathways. Today I stepped closer to my new reality. Tomorrow will bring even greater transformation. And if you're having any questions around this or you've got any thoughts, please do drop me a comment below, but I'll repeat those 3 things again. Today I created new neural pathways. Today I stepped closer to my new reality, and tomorrow will bring even greater transformation. So sitting there quietly for 15 minutes with your hand on your heart and really being grateful for the things that have happened today, repeating those 3 things. And the final part of this, so other than the morning ritual, the afternoon ritual and the evening ritual, so the morning being 15 minutes, the afternoon 5 and the evening 15, is to recognise any self-limiting thoughts that come up throughout the day. So he suggests really having some kind of management over your thoughts and paying close attention to them as they come up, and carrying around with you a notebook throughout the day to write these thoughts down. So when I did this, it was things around time management, failing at certain things, and it's just to keep a note of the things that you say. So when you do write those negative things down in your notebook, see if you can replace them with something positive. So say the thing that comes up is, God, I'm useless, I'm never going to be enough for this. The thing that you could replace that with is, I am always enough. And at the end of the day, when you're going to bed, review what's you've been said in your notebook and review the positive things that you've replaced your negative thoughts with. So speaking those positive things potentially before you go to sleep will really empower you and embed them into your subconscious as you're going to sleep. So what happened to me? The first day I forgot what the words were for the morning ritual, so I needed to get up out of bed, which wasn't ideal. So I'd recommend putting a notebook with those 3 phrases next to the bed so that you could say them. And I really lent into today being a new reality. You know, today is the day that I break free from my past, and I really felt the power around those words, and I had the most amazing morning. So I did it on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week, and I just felt really great about myself and really light. And I did all the rituals, although the evening protocol I found quite difficult to switch off from everything that was going on in my house. I've got 2 boys, they're quite demanding of my time in strange ways, so it wasn't necessarily easy, but I tried to find that space for myself. And here's what's happened after the 3 days, well, during the 3 days actually. So the first one, I had somebody reach out to me with a potential opportunity for my business. So that was the first thing. And was that coincidence that it happened? Possibly. But as Dr Joe Dispenza says, looking out for meaningful coincidences and being open to opportunities when they come, this definitely falls into that camp, I would say. And the second meaningful coincidence, because that's what I'm labeling this as, was a really strange one. I had a post that I did from 9 months ago on LinkedIn. I had someone comment on this post, and it was talking about Helen Hadsell, so the person who brought the silver method to life when Mind Valley talked about it. So she really embodied the silver method, and I had the person who now manages her legacy and her books reach out to me on this post this week saying that if I wanted to get in touch I could do with her, which was a really strange coincidence. So I'll see what happens from that, but it just opened me up, I think, to possibly new things coming into my life and a new way potentially of moving forward. So I'd love to know if you're going to give this a try. I've had a strange week. I've done a lot of thinking, and I don't know if this is around doing Dr. Joe's process or whether it's something else, but I've done a lot of thinking around exactly what it is that I want out of life and what I want my reality to be going forward. And I can only put that down to the fact that I've been conditioning myself and repeating these phrases to make myself open to opportunities. So there must be a connection there. Anyway, I'd love for you to give this a go. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe or share to other people. And I will put into the description the phrases as well that you need to repeat so that you know exactly what to do. But yeah, let me know what you think and how you get on.